Yo, what's up? It's your boy Dizzy Vibes back on Vibe Control. We keep the culture talking and the facts balanced. So y'all know we got the rappers who changed the whole entire sound of hip hop, and then we got the architects who come through and change the whole culture without even touching the mic. And then every once in a lifetime, we got somebody who understands the streets, the internet, the business, and can almost see the future. It seemed like somebody that dreams became bigger than music and the blocks they came from and bigger than people that can even imagine, man. Today we talking about a man who didn't just witness the culture, he shaped it. We talking about A$AP Yams. But before I get into that, I need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe so y'all keep pushing me through that algorithm, man. But let's get it.
Everybody loved Yams, you know what I'm saying? It's natural. Like, it's not even a thing that's forced. So
A$AP Yams was born Steven Rodriguez on November 13th, 1988 in Harlem, New York. He was Dominican and Puerto Rican descent. He was still growing up in Harlem when they were still heavy in their mixtape days. And he was hooked on the DVD era, street interviews, and the Dipset takeover. This is the environment seemed to shape him. While other kids were trying to be rappers, Yams was glued to the culture itself, and this would be everything that he was studying. And like I said, he grew up watching everything. Dipset and Jim Jones, how they charisma just carried everything. And then Cameron, how he showed how Harlem style could just go global. And then Max B, melodic street wave, was like Yams' whole DNA. And from early on, Yams seen how Harlem artists build movements, not just music. And this inspired everything. He's seen how style mattered, branding mattered, and everything. And then at just 16 years old, he even interned for Diplomatic Records, putting him in the same building as Jim Jones' team. And he would run errands, study the industry, soak up the business, and seeing how Harlem movement became worldwide, all from the inside. And this internship would change him forever. And even as a teenager, Yams was obsessed with the why behind hip hop. Why certain artists pop from certain regions, why certain artists had the longevity that they had, and then why visuals was stuck in certain people's heads. And he wasn't just studying music, he was studying movements. And that's why everybody around him knew that he was different. He had like the brain of a historian, humor of a Harlem dude, and then he had the vision of an executive. And before A$AP Mob ever existed, Yams would end up launching a Tumblr page that quietly became one of the most influential pages in hip hop history. And this page was insane. It had street beef, street knowledge that a lot of people didn't know, and then some analysts that people wouldn't even realize until years later. And Yams' Tumblr was a classroom, a museum, a meme page, and a blueprint all in one. And then rappers, bloggers, and fans would even get inspired from it, even if they didn't even see his face yet. And then Yams was basically doing what YouTube documentaries are doing nowadays. And bro, he was like years ahead up on his Tumblr. Yams will end up later linking with A$AP Bari and A$AP Ills, and they will end up forming the A$AP Mob. But let's just be honest, Yams was way more than just an A$AP Mob member. Man, he was the planner, the architect, and kind of like the glue that held it together at a point in time. He was planning the visuals, the branding, and he held the universal aesthetic that they was holding. And he wanted Harlem to take over again, but at a global level this time. He didn't just want another rap group, he wanted the whole movement.
I don't follow trends, you know what I mean? Like, people go season by season, that's trend by trend. Style is timeless. When I brought out the Cool G's, people was like, oh, you wearing Cool G and all that? But it's a timeless garment, you know what I'm saying?
And when he ended up meeting A$AP Rocky, he saw a superstar instantly. Rocky had the look, the presence, the whole feel, and it was A$AP Yams who would end up pushing the whole shape of the vision.
Hold on, let's start at Yams last night falling out because he was drunk from laughing so hard, nigga.
Where some girl was reciting like my Triller verse and you could hear her.
He told Rocky, this bigger than Harlem, we bringing the world to us, and he would end up being right. A$AP Rocky would blow up globally, but behind the scenes was Yams orchestrating everything like a chess master. And he wouldn't just push Rocky, he ended up elevating everyone from Ferg to 12V to Nas to Ant and more. He wanted the whole team to shine. He would build more than just careers for them, he ended up building identity and lanes for all the members. The A$AP Mob would be one of the most influential groups in the 2010s. And sadly, Yams would pass away on January 18th, 2015 at just 26 years old. And the culture was devastating. It wasn't just the loss of a manager, it was the loss of a generational visionary. And hip hop will mourn heavy because they know it'll never be another Yams. And his legacy still goes on today through the A$AP Mob, the fashion, and the internet culture. Then ASAP Mob would end up throwing a Yams Day every year to honor him. And people like Travis Scott, Joey Badass, Metro Boomin, Drake, Tyler the Creator have all paid tribute and said that he was an influence to them in some way. And then Yams was one of those people where he had a short stint, like it seemed like, in the industry, but it was a huge impact to the point where we talking about him 10 years later, and he wasn't even a rapper, man. He was a blogger. You wouldn't even say he was a blogger. He was really just a cultural movement influencer. Like, he'd be huge today. And a bittersweet moment, something that just happened recently, Max B had just got released from prison, and like I said, he was a big influence to A$AP Yams. He was released on the 9th, and like, he wouldn't even let time go by. A$AP Yams' birthday had just passed, and then he was there with his mother at his gravesite. So man, that just showed like his influence still go crazy today. A lot of people still paying tribute today. They going crazy about him everywhere still, like on Twitter, Reddit, and everything. Like, he had a big influence on the whole culture still. Like, and it's crazy. Like I said, he didn't even pick up a mic. That's just nuts, bro. But before I get up out of here, I do need y'all to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my last video I just did on Max B. And why is him and Jim Jones still beefing? Like, what's going on? All right, man. It been your boy Dizzy Vibes on Vibe Control. We keep the culture talking and the facts balanced, man. I'm gone.